now into the ticket office of Disneyland.
Oh boy, let's do this.
Don't think the CIA is going to be trying to hack your second-gen iPod.
I didn't think so. There might have been a lot of illegal music on there. I wouldn't doubt it. But, I mean...
Because that would be stupid.
iTunes is a constant source of embarrassment.
Like I said, stupid.
I really, 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 really don't see Apple ever doing that.
I am Nadella. Well, I can't do it anymore without laughing. I was going to do the whole thing. Welcome, everyone, to the Calling All Platforms Tech Podcast. Our episode today is 56, and I am your host. My name is Wes, and I am here with Caleb.
Hello.
And also Landen.
Hey.
These two guys have seen Star Wars, and I haven't.
Yeah.
I will later tonight.
It's horrible because there's so much to talk about.
There is, and it's my fault, and I apologize. So, but we'll be able to get to our spoiler cast later, because I want to be in that whole thing and not sit here or not be here while you guys do it. So, anyway,
yeah.
So you guys, let's start this off. I think we need to see what happened about 20 years ago in December. What do you think?
20 years.
1997.
97. Diablo.
There's
oh, wait, no, that was last year.
Nope. There's been quite a lot of things. Obviously, I'm getting this from Wikipedia, and there's a lot of bad things that happen, but I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about something good. Something good like James Cameron's Titanic, the highest-grossing film of all time, premieres in the U.S.
That wasn't good.
Which was on December 19th.
You know, the movie itself, it's all right.
Yeah, it's not the worst movie ever.
No, it's not the
by
movie,
any stretch of the imagination.
But how much money it made?
It's
in
not
97?
as good as it's not as good as everyone wants to say it is.
No,
That's
the thing I like about that movie is the historic stuff. For some reason, the Titanic to me, like the history behind it and like all the story and all that stuff is just amazing. I love, like, that's the only reason I ever even think about watching that movie.
Yeah,
is just the historical aspect of it.
It's James Cameron.
And it's James Cameron.
He puts way more thought into background stuff that nobody in the audience will ever notice in a million years than any other director. Yeah. He does a really good job with that. So if you are watching it, like, that's a pretty darn historically accurate recreation of the Titanic. Like, dang good. But the characters and storyline itself are kind of just so-so. Like, whatever. Nothing special. Whatever.
Wait, that's not a documentary?
I think Jack could have fit on that door, but hey.
Yes. Oh my gosh. My
don't need to get into that.
favorite meme. Right? So it's the shot of Rose on the door
and
Jack
got
in the water.
Of how they could have fit.
Well, no, it's got somebody has photoshopped Obi-Wan Kenobi's face over top of Rose's face, and it says, "It's over, Jack. I have the high ground."
Oh. Did you guys actually see the Mythbusters on that?
No.
They Mythbusted it, and they busted it and said Jack could have fit on the door.
He could have fit on the door. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, come on. They show an overhead shot of that door, and you're just like, she's like not even taking up half of it. Like, come on. Anyways.
So, I thought it was funny. You guys want to hear the next thing that happened?
Yes.
So, an episode of Pokemon TV series aired in Japan, introducing seizures to hundreds of Japanese children.
What?
Good job, Pokemon.
So
that's horrible and amazing all at the same time.
That was December 6th, by the way. Or 16th, sorry. 16th.
Wow. So, that's really unfortunate.
Well then, on that note.
Now this I thought was interesting. This actually comes on the Wikipedia page. It says date unknown, but I'll go ahead and just say it anyway because it's interesting. So in 97, it says the Toyota Prius, the first hybrid vehicle to go into full production, is unveiled in Japan on October 24th and goes on sale in Japan on December 9th. It comes to U.S. showrooms in July 11th, 2000.
That's been around that long?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that crazy to think about?
Yep.
Weird. We're getting old.
No.
Not really, but still.
No.
That's weird.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
A couple little things in history I thought I'd bring up.
And it's the rest, there's
ugly. There's still a lot, but man, it's just nothing else I want to talk about. I'm just like, wow, still going on this today nowadays. Oh, there's something else. Seizures for Japanese kids. Let's move on, shall we? Let's go back here. Now, why don't we go ahead and let's talk a little bit about Microsoft, because, there's not a lot of news of it, so we'll start it off with it. Something I thought was really interesting, and this is actually coming from Paul Thurrott on his website on Thurrott.com on here, and hopefully it loads. There we go. So apparently there was a fan that did some concept art for the Andromeda patents, and they actually look really cool. Now the designer, his name is David Breyer, and he came up with a bunch of new concepts of what this could look like. If you want to actually see, obviously this is an audio podcast, but if you want to see this, go to Thurrott.com, and it's actually called Fan Concept Brings Microsoft's Andromeda Patents to Life. And they actually look really cool. I've got a couple pictures here. I'm going to show these two. But it's got...
And just to be clear, these Andromeda patents, these are the patents about the foldable.
The foldable,
phone
yes.
we were talking about a little bit last week.
And so it's quite interesting. It looks cool on some of these things, and I thought I was like, that's kind of cool as a designer, just to mess with it, to see the foldable devices next to each other, and obviously he's these are just concept, and a lot of people do concept arts to make them look really good, just to see. It's really cool. I thought it was kind of interesting, and I wanted to bring it up with you guys, see if there was anything that strikes just kind of like that does look cool, and I hope Microsoft does.
The thing that strikes me,
I'm interested,
is that the wallpaper that he used in his concepts is from the iPhone.
Yeah. He also said it also says he also designed that it's Samsung's Edge panel on its modern Galaxy flagships. So, but then it's got the Surface logo on the back. But I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, little concept arts, and then here's that picture of the hinge on there. It's kind of cool. Just fun. I would recommend if people wanted to kind of see them. They're just fun.
As long as they can get the hinge to lay flat like that instead of leave a gap like the Surface Book does,
yeah.
I'm down with it.
And there's a couple that show with it open, when you could tell that with the hinge it's open, you see the crack, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Right. Yeah.
But obviously this is concept art, but
yeah.
I was like, oh, that's fun. Just kind of fun to see if that would ever come to whatever.
I'm sure we'll see something like that in the next couple of years.
Something with a hinge, at least.
Yeah.
Sure, Samsung will throw something at the wall to see if it sticks.
Oh, of
They
course.
tend to do that
They
lot.
Absolutely do that.
It's worked out in some ways.
Yeah. And in
other ways not.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your phone not only
Being
can do all your
source.
things, but it would be a great heat source for your hands,
Nice hand
That
warmer.
didn't work out so well.
Just went a little too far. They had to adjust, bring the fire down.
Yeah.
But
Need a thermostat on that puppy.
You always see videos of people with the fireplace playing on their TVs. Samsung was trying to take that to the next level.
Yes, literally in your pocket.
Instead of your Yule log, you've got a Yule phone. Just set that on your mantelpiece.
This will happen once.
This will provide actual heat.
Once. All right, let's move on. So there were one of the big things that came this year or announced was iTunes for Windows.
Yeah.
That was coming. Well, apparently someone got a hold of Mary Jo from Apple and decided to tell her that it is now been delayed till 2018.
Well,
for iTunes too.
Apple made a press release on they're basically just
yeah,
we're working with Microsoft to get this into the Microsoft Store, but it's not going to be here
not
this
really
year.
happening.
So, and that's actually kind of hilarious to me because it was Microsoft that said in one of their events, hey, this will be here in 2017. And now it's Apple who are the ones actually developing the software, doing typical Apple stuff we don't think it's ready, so we're not going to release it, which is very un-Microsoft. And it's just really funny to me that it was Microsoft announcing it in Microsoft's event, just setting their deadlines, and then Apple's nah.
Well, they need it good, and that's one thing I'm like, I don't think it's
a release a subpar.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
To them, subpar
right
experience.
And okay, I guess when I heard this,
iTunes.
That's fair.
I guess when I heard this, I wasn't trying to be like, oh, freaking Apple. It was more like, yeah, make it good.
It's
make it happen.
Yep. It just kind of makes me laugh because I don't know if it was Apple that told Microsoft, we'll have this done in 2017, or if it was Microsoft that said, I mean, they've already started on it. Surely they'll have it done in 2017. And then they're all like, yeah, sure, 2017, sometime this year. And then Apple gets to the end of 2017 and they're like, no, we're not actually going to hit that after all. So,
well, if there's one thing I've learned in 2017, it's that iTunes is not a priority for Apple.
No.
Yeah. Well,
but
in any way.
Is that the only thing that
iTunes hasn't been a priority for Apple in a very long time? It's true.
Well, okay, I guess the question is, I think I asked this before, but I don't live in that universe, so obviously I probably forgotten that. But iTunes, as you guys were joking, iTunes isn't a priority, obviously, because basically it's now Google. Not Google, sorry.
They don't have a
Apple
focus
Store.
on Google at all.
Apple Store, you can do everything. You can do in iTunes basically on the Apple Store, correct?
They've backpedaled on the way they've got iTunes working on the phone over the past couple of years and broken everything out into separate, distinct apps.
Okay.
They haven't done that yet on Mac OS, or obviously on Windows. I expect that will happen soon, but I don't know. It's probably just a matter of they don't really see that many people even using iTunes on Windows anymore, because the only reason that people use iTunes in this day and age is to A, listen to Apple Music, or B, back up their phones. Like, that's pretty much it. Otherwise, you're using an iOS device, Apple TV, iPad, iPhone, or something like that to access all of your music, all of your purchase content from iTunes, and stuff like that. And so iTunes as a desktop app has not been a priority for Apple for years, like really in any way. They haven't done anything groundbreaking with it. They integrated Apple Music into it, and that was pretty much the last big thing they did.
Well, wouldn't I wonder if this is going to be more than just the regular just listen to music, though. I wonder if this is how you're actually going to get your content, your Apple content, on there even more. Because if it's just it is the only way.
I mean, iTunes is the only way to get iTunes content on Windows devices.
Right.
I just don't think that they see that many people using it for that anymore. Because it used to be that it was iPods, right? Like that was how you got your music, your movies, everything onto your iPod.
Correct.
And so it was super important that they supported Windows because 90% of iPod owners also had Windows computers. They didn't have Macs. And so that was what iTunes on Windows was for back then. Nowadays, you can still use it to do all of those things, but they haven't really focused on improving the user experience or really doing much of anything with iTunes at all, because I think that probably they're seeing most of their customers consuming that content with Apple TVs or phones or iPads instead of their Windows PC. Because if you want to watch a movie now, you're not going to put it on your PC. Most people don't have their PC hooked up to their TV. They're either going to watch it on their phone, they're not going to buy it with iTunes, or they're going to put an Apple TV in there.
Or an Apple TV.
So, I think it's probably just they don't really see people using iTunes the way that they used to. The only thing that I use it for is listening to Apple Music on my computer, and if I had a Windows computer, I wouldn't put iTunes on it. I just use my phone. So
that's what I'm asking. Like, I'm trying to see from an Apple user, because you do have a PC that's got Windows on. You got a couple of them, and so I'm like, would you put your iTunes just to be able to get a hold of something from your Apple digital content? I guess is that like the only way? Because obviously to do that,
if you're on Windows, it is the only way to do that.
And I wonder if that's what they're trying to do, is just bring because Windows 10, I've seen a lot of graphs and things. Obviously, not as much in the U.S. people use Windows, but outside it's like everywhere, even more. And so that's why I'm like, I wonder if that's the initiative, if that's the reason why they're trying to bring iTunes, so that people can access all their Apple stuff. Because that was one of the big things before. If I remember, was when Apple finally put iTunes on Windows, like that's what crumbled Windows, was because then people were like, oh, well, among other things, obviously, but was they finally allowed that to be on Windows, and then people were like, oh, we'll just use iTunes for everything, and then
it's just that I think that iTunes is all about content consumption. And I don't think, everybody uses Windows 10 for their desktop PC operating system. It's by far the most common. Mm-hmm. But I don't think people use their desktop PCs for content consumption anymore. Like, you used to use your desktop PC to manage and, organize all of your content. Right. Now the cloud does that. The cloud manages and organizes all of your content, and it's a lot easier to use like stuff like the Fire TV, Chromecast, Apple TV, and your phone and your iPad or Android tablet or Android phone or whatever, you're using those devices to do your content consumption. And so iTunes just, I mean, like, where does it even fit in a world where you're not using your computer for content consumption anymore? That's what iTunes is for. It's for content consumption. If you're not using it for that, then what are you using it for? Like, listeners, please, if you're using iTunes for anything besides like listening to Apple Music and backing up your iPhone, let me know, because I'm genuinely curious. I guess I also use it to do media server stuff in my house, because if I have a hard drive plugged into a Mac that is running iTunes, then I can play all of the movies on that computer via my Apple TV.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But there's other solutions to that, like using Plex or something, where I wouldn't have to use iTunes at all. Or even VLC, for crying out loud. So, I don't know. I don't think iTunes really gets used all that much anymore, and Apple knows.
Interesting.
So they haven't been paying much attention to it.
Yeah, I guess I wonder what's in it for Apple to bring it to Windows. Or, obviously, bringing it to Windows is a big thing for Windows itself, but I'm just wondering, okay, is it more? Are they going to put more into it than...
I think the biggest benefit to Apple is once Windows 10S is a bigger thing, more people have access to it, especially, like you said, outside of the U.S.
True.
That's where the market for this is going to hit the most, because if it's not there, then it's going to be harder for that type of person to buy an iPhone if they can't. Because where data consumption in some of these countries is not as easy or not as good, having something to back up your device to offline makes sense. Yeah. And if they have a 10S computer, because they're the cheaper ones, they're not. They're gonna just be like, oh, I'll just go with some other phone because I can do it easier.
Because I can't.
Because iTunes is not on 10S.
Yep. Yeah, and that honestly may be the biggest thing.
That's going to be the biggest benefit to Apple. Other than that, there's not really one. I mean, it's not going to hurt them by any means.
It's true.
Obviously.
But and I could see the holdout being that 10S is still on, like, 2 devices that you can buy? Or 1, the Surface laptop?
Yeah.
I mean, it's coming, obviously, with a lot of those... the Asus and HP, Snapdragon, or the Qualcomm processor laptops that are coming out with, they're going to have 10S. So I mean, once it's more relevant, I'm sure they'll probably make a bigger push to get it there. But for now, there's not a huge reason to have it.
I'm just interested to see what happens if it does anything for both. Obviously, for Microsoft, we got iTunes. I never thought they'd be excited about that in my lifetime, but hey, there you go. But yeah, so all right.
I mean, I'm not excited about that. I've got iTunes.
Well, I guess that's why I wanted to talk to you about it, because I'm like, okay, why? As an Apple user that has a PC, like why? But I'm glad you could kind of fill that in. So
yeah.
All right, the next bit of news here. A while ago, I believe it was October. Yeah, October. Mixer actually made new mobile apps for iOS and Android. And that was in beta form for everybody, but now they said it's now out, or it's coming. Oh, sorry, I had to read that just in case, because I thought I typed it wrong or put it together. I apologize. But the app is coming to all users, and it's going to come out from the beta form. So you can actually get that, I believe, now for your iOS and Android. So it's a new look, basically new UI. Does notifications for everything. Hopefully it does notifications for iOS. I'm doubting it.
It's not Teams, so it probably does work just fine.
So yeah, and this all comes with comes to the phones for you guys. So people that want to stream the content that way, or I've seen people that do podcasts or do interviews that way. I've seen that happen where they have their phone sitting there, and that's cool. So a cool new streaming service that way for you. So that was kind of it. I don't know. I know you guys don't really use Mixer or do anything like that. So
I was actually trying to stream a little bit over it was last week, and discovered that the built-in Mixer streaming in Windows 10 does not work with full screen games, like, at all.
Interesting.
Really, really awful support. And so if you're trying to stream older games, and it's not like a remastered version that's come out the past couple of years that
Yeah.
adds like borderless windowed mode or something like that, you can't stream it. So
Oh, crazy! Really, I didn't know this.
All you peoples out there, you missed me streaming Divinity 2, so sucks to be you guys.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, it's an
It
older
didn't
game.
work with Divinity 2, huh?
No, so Divinity 2, not Divinity Original Sin 2. Two different games.
Yeah. I know. Divinity 2. I understand.
I see how many people get this mixed up on the internet, and it's hilarious. But no, it's because it's a bit of an older game, and it doesn't have support for a windowed mode or a borderless windowed mode or anything like that. It's just full screen. From back in the day when nobody had two monitors for their computer,
Correct.
so why would you why would you want anything but that? But yeah, it's kind of a bummer. So
You couldn't stream it. Interesting.
Yep.
I wonder if that's when a third-party thing comes into play or something.
Yep. I mean, if I was using XSplit or something like that, or if I was using a separate capture card, those would be the easy ways to do that.
Gotcha. Well, that is available for iOS and Android, not Windows, because they don't love themselves apparently. No, I won't rant about that. But but anyway. I do have a little bit of on the side of gaming news and sales for gaming, so we'll talk about that later. So let's go ahead and move on. Caleb, what do we got for some Apple news here? I know Apple's been kind of bashed on here, so
yeah, it's toward the end of the year, and so you're going to see all of the quote unquote analysts talking about Apple, and nobody else. All of the ways Apple has failed in the past year. There are many multitudinous ways.
So what's the biggest fail this year?
I mean, hilariously, the thing that I see most frequently is stuff like Face ID isn't perfect, or the iPhone X is too expensive, stuff like that. The biggest screw up that Apple made in the past year was the whole thing with root user access in macOS 2 weeks ago. That was by far the biggest issue. And right after that, I would say the autocorrect bugs that iOS had, just some of those weird bugs that iOS had for several months. I don't know. Those are, to my eye, the big screw-ups that Apple made this year. And that's, people talk about those, but those don't resonate well with the brainless masses online or something. I don't know. Whoever they're trying to get to click on their articles, it doesn't resonate well with them. And so they want to whine about Face ID instead.
I've decided what we should do on ours. We should make the most ridiculous article titles like people do, just so people will click on ours too. Just most ridiculous ones we could ever come up with.
I'm taking you off as an admin on our website.
Oh, no, okay. I'm not saying really mean, but it's got to be clever, but just something like that. Oh no, is Apple ruined Caleb's life?
103 ways that Apple murdered orphans in 2017.
Something stupid.
No, that was 97 in Japan.
Oh, right. Sorry.
And that was Pokemon.
Oh, right.
Maybe Apple had control somehow. I don't know.
In 1997, Apple didn't have control of anything. Apple didn't even have control of Apple at that point.
That's true.
It's okay.
Accurate.
But anyway, enough of jokes aside.
Okay.
Caleb, let's dive in.
iMac Pro!
Woo!
It's out.
That came out of nowhere.
It has been released. They announced that it was going to be shipping 2 days before it started shipping. So it was available for order starting December 14th. It is now in people's hands. And in some Apple stores, you can just walk in and walk out with an iMac Pro. If you have thousands of dollars. I just want to walk in and drool over one. Oh, man.
Mostly the color. That's all I really want.
Looks so good.
I so want an iMac in space gray.
So good.
That would look pretty good.
I really do.
Yeah. That would look good.
Next year, hopefully. Anyways, so currently the 8 and 10 core models are available right now. Next year, we're going to get the 18 core model that they promised early next year, as well as a surprise 14 core configuration that Apple didn't announce, but cool.
We're going to get it.
Yep. It's coming. So the 10 core model, there's benchmarks for it. They got a couple of review units out early, and of course the people that had them were like, let's benchmark this sucker. And so they did.
Why not?
The 10 core model is pretty much 100% faster than the highest end iMac that money can buy. So that's double the speed of the highest configuration 5K iMac that you could buy up until now. That's pretty good, especially when you can.
100%.
Yeah, like literally double the speed. Like
that is amazing.
Just straight up. And I mean, part of that is because 10 cores instead of 4 cores.
Well, okay. No, is this true 10?
Yeah, it's
true
10 physical cores. Yep.
Oh, wow. Yep. Okay.
And it's it's a big old workstation class GPU, and the 10 core configuration. I guess if you just want the 10 core configuration and you leave everything else base, you're looking at somewhere like $7,000 for that computer. But the highest end configured iMac that this thing is beating is like 6,000 and some change. So price difference is really not that different, and you get double the speed on your processor. So
well,
that's a pretty good deal.
I feel sorry for whoever bought the
yeah, right. There's somebody out there that a couple of weeks ago bought the highest spec iMac they could, and they're like, "Fuck." Anyways, so that's obviously
Will
just
you please
synthetic.
Mark that?
That's obviously just synthetic benchmarks, and so that's not necessarily indicative of real-world use.
Right.
For most applications, the difference is not going to be dramatic between those two, but if you're doing stuff that is incredibly processor-intensive, which is what the iMac Pro is designed for, obviously, buy the iMac Pro.
Well, not only that, like this is Apple and this is iOS we're talking about, so they're going to definitely make sure that they take care of each core, like what am I trying to say? Make it
the application that they've demonstrated that obviously handles this the best is Final Cut Pro, because Apple is like, yes, we're going to make Final Cut Pro work like a freaking monster on this machine because we're going to use it to show off. And it's going to be the best. Like if you're doing movie editing and you want really quick renders and stuff like that, this is probably going to be the best setting up for you. So the 10-core model also benchmarks about 50% faster than the 12-core model of the 2013 Mac Pro. So significant improvement over the previous generation of Mac Pro.
And this is like a 4-year-old computer.
Right, yeah. This is by far the most powerful Mac ever.
Yeah.
And
by far.
Nobody is surprised.
That's awesome.
And if you're even thinking about, like, do I need this? You don't.
No, you don't. No.
If you need this.
If you don't know right now that you need this thing, if you have not been looking at Apple's lineup of computers for the past 4 years and going, I really need Mac OS, but nothing they've got has the hardware that can keep up with what I need to do, this is the computer for you. If you are not one of those people, if you're kind of like, do I need? No, you don't. You just don't.
No.
Straight up, it looks expensive because it's not for you. It's just not. And that's kind of the thing. Like, if you look at this thing and you're all like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. This is not the computer for you. Don't buy it. You should be looking at cheaper computers because this is for the people who have that much money to throw around and need the power that comes from having that much money.
This is for people that are doing high-end, like high-quality video processing. Like if you're recording in 8K, you might want this one.
Yes,
Or if you're doing like
native 8K,
VR rendering or high-quality animation rendering, things like that. They need this computer.
Or
you
stuff
don't.
like protein folding and like scientific notation garbage that, like universe modeling and crap like that. That's what this computer is for. So the entry-level iMac Pro has a 3.2 gigahertz 8-core Xeon W processor, which turbos up to 4.2 gigahertz. 32 gigs of ECC memory, 1 terabyte SSD, which I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure is PCI connected instead of NVMe. They're very similar in terms of speed.
Yeah.
Basically use the same technology, just a different application of it, but I'm not sure. Really fast SSD.
How you said 2 terabyte?
No, 1 terabyte.
1 terabyte.
1 terabyte for the base configuration, and significantly faster than the SSDs in the existing iMacs because those are just SATA connection. And SATA 3 is fast, but not as fast as PCI.
Right.
It's got Radeon Pro Vega 56 graphics with 8 gigs of HBM2 video RAM. So for those of you that are wondering, what's the difference between HBM2 and GDDR5? The biggest difference, I think, is that HBM2 is kind of like ECC RAM in that it's buffered and registered so that it works better for professional applications because it's a heck of a lot more reliable. And also, it's quite a bit faster than GDDR5. It's got a 10 gigabit Ethernet port, which is the first Mac to have a 10 gigabit Ethernet port. And frankly, like one of the first motherboards to have a 10 gigabit Ethernet
I was going to say,
port.
yeah.
Like that's 10 times the speed of the Ethernet ports on all of your stuff. It's got 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports, USB-C type C also, and it costs $4,999, which sounds like a lot of money. I actually went on to PC Part Picker because I'm a nerd.
Because
like
you do this, and it's
and
amazing.
I started pricing out it. Like right now, this processor and graphics card very hard to get a hold of, and like they're brand spanking new. You know, like Intel just barely released these Xeon processors, so you can't do a straight 1-to-1 comparison. But if you start off with an 8-core Xeon and you start pricing stuff up, you wind up with a PC that costs about $5,000, and that's before you add in a 5K monitor on top of the thing. That's one of the best LCDs ever made. So, yeah, it's actually really not a bad deal for the hardware that you're getting.
And that's probably also without, say, a Windows key.
Well, right, because Mac OS is free.
Yeah.
So,
that's pretty darn good price.
It is. Now, my favorite, though. So your max level configuration. Let's talk about this.
Okay.
So 2.3 gigahertz, 18-core Xeon W processor. And that's 18 physical cores on the die.
Oh my gosh.
Turbo boost up to 4.3 gigahertz. So the clock speed is like almost a gigahertz slower at the base clock speed than the 8-core model because there's more cores. So the thermal footprint is obviously quite a bit higher. However, it still turbos up to the same speed. Like, that's
but with that
insane.
many cores, how many times is that going to have to turbo up? Like,
I mean,
my gosh.
not frequently.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're doing really incredible protein folding or trying to sequence an entire genome or something like that, then yeah, you might need it.
Wow. How many cores?
18.
Bruh.
18 cores.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's not like hyper-threaded or anything. Like that's 18 physical cores.
Well,
anyway.
I guess on a side note, the people that are like, "Oh, Mac doesn't have the hardware," in your face, I guess.
Yep.
Like, oh, we don't. Well, let's just throw. Oh, jeez.
I mean, the thing of it is, the people who are complaining about Mac doesn't have the hardware are the people who are like gamers. They're the ones that are complaining. They have a good reason to. Mac does not make good, like Apple does not release good hardware for gaming, because if you want a graphics card in a Mac that is appropriate for gaming, you have to buy a processor that is massive overkill for gaming. You could get a much cheaper processor and a really good graphics card and still game like snot. But Apple doesn't give you that option. Again, we have this here. The graphics packages in the iMac Pro, fantastic, mostly for professional applications, but they will also game like snot, and they will run circles around last year's 1080.
Oh, 100%.
Probably not around the 1080 Ti in most games, and obviously they're not. I mean, they're on par with the professional level NVIDIA cards, but like they're fantastic. They would be great, but you have to buy a frickin' 8-core Xeon to go with it. Like it's just there's no reason to do that. So gamers have a good reason to complain about Apple hardware choices.
Not anymore.
Apple doesn't really make hardware for gamers.
No.
They've never been in that market. They've always been leaning towards the creative.
Yep.
And they still do.
Really went overboard here.
Yeah, this is there are not many people that are going to need this thing, but the people who need it are going to love it.
And I've already bought 3.
Probably. Yeah.
Bought all of them.
Yep. Okay, so back to the Max configuration.
Yeah, sorry.
So 18-core processor, 128 gigs of ECC RAM, 4 terabyte SSD, Radeon Pro Vega 64 graphics with 16 gigs of HBM2 VRAM, 10 gigabit Ethernet port, 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports, and both the Space Gray Magic Mouse and trackpad instead of just one or the other, which is like, you can choose to have both if you really want to max out all of the configurations. That computer costs $13,348.
I want to meet the person that supposedly needs this.
I don't
not
think,
a truck.
I don't think any individual person needs this. I think there are corporations who need this. Their IT departments will buy a bunch, and the people who use them will never actually pay for them. Like, that's what I think will happen with, especially these highest end configured ones. And that's the thing, is I see people that are all like, no prosumer is ever gonna blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no. Apple did not make these for prosumers. They made them for corporations. Like, Pixar will buy these things. They will buy them for all of their animators, and they will use the snot out of them. There are like universities that will buy these things for scientific purposes. Like, those are the people that are going to be buying this hardware. And the honest truth is, if you price out a competitively powerful PC, you're paying about the same amount of money for the hardware And that doesn't get you peripherals like a keyboard and a mouse and a monitor.
Right.
And it doesn't get you a motherboard that has 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports on it and a 10 gigabit Ethernet port.
And I think the only thing that has 10 gigabit Ethernet right now are servers.
Yeah, pretty
right?
much.
Like, there's no router that I know of. I haven't been in the router shopping. Like, I don't think there is like a...
I'm sure there's some enterprise level routers that have it, but
you're paying the snot out of money.
Corporations have those. IBM has those. Amazon has those. Like, home consumers do not have those. And so, like, everybody that's all like, the prosumer needs a fully upgradable computer. I'm all like, I know like lots of corporations and applications that pay $7,000 for a workstation, and then 2 years later they pay another $7,000 for a brand new workstation and sell the old one, or trash it because they've used it up. Like the applications that this computer is designed for, they don't actually need an upgradable computer.
No.
And the IT departments would rather not have to deal with an upgradable computer, because this thing comes with Apple's guarantees of like, it'll just work. And if it doesn't work, you take it to an Apple store, and because you paid $13,000 for your computer, you will get another one when you walk out of the door. If we have to just give you one, you will walk out of the door with an iMac Pro that is in great working condition, and then we'll fix the one that you left. Like, those are the people that are going to be using this computer.
It's true.
Nobody else needs it. So all of you listening, I'm 90% sure none of you actually need this. But it's kind of a big middle finger to all the people that are all like, Apple doesn't care about their desktop space anymore. Okay, they do. At least a little bit.
Not the same type of desktop space that we're thinking.
Right.
Dude, like, even I'm sitting there, I'm like, that would be amazing, but I'm like, I don't know. Give me a couple more years and maybe I'll start thinking of something like 18 cores.
Give me a refurbished one for $3,000.
Yeah.
then maybe
we can talk.
I still can't afford that,
no,
but I could almost justify it.
Dang.
Like, legitimately, you give me a top spec iMac, just the regular 5K iMac right now, and I wouldn't be able to max it out. Like, I wouldn't. I don't have the capability to do that right now.
Well, I don't think
let alone one of these things.
I was going to say, there's nothing that I would assume we, as us three, would have some sort of program that could really, like, even make that turbo a little bit.
Yeah, like, seriously. So, fun fact, just for anyone who's interested, because I did start pricing out to see if I could hit that $13,000 with a regular PC.
I'm interested.
Just the 18-core processor, an 18-core Xeon processor for one of those things, is $4,000 by itself. Like, just that chip. So, like, building a PC is a great way to save money as long as you are not building a super budget PC or a workstation. Like, if you're in between those two spaces, then you should think about building your own PC if you want to save money. If you're buying a really expensive PC, just let somebody else build it for you.
And get the warranty.
And get the warranty, exactly.
Oh, my goodness.
So, it also, and here's the thing. So, we talked a lot about how there was going to be an ARM chip in the iMac Pro. Similar to the one that we thought it was going to maybe be the A10, maybe it was going to be the A11. It's not. It's the T2. So, to be clear, it's not a Terminator movie.
This computer doesn't come to life and kill you?
No, unfortunately
not.
No
Skynet?
So, it's the second generation of the Touch Bar controller chip from the MacBook Pros. And basically what it's there is massive security. Like, it has the secure enclave on it, and it's using that for secure boot purposes and like EFI protection and a whole bunch of other really low-level behind-the-scenes stuff, because the people that use these computers are super concerned about data security, because they're massive corporations like Amazon that have millions upon millions of people's like credit card numbers and all of that kind of thing stored on their servers that these computers will have access to. And so, they're secure. And that's what the T2 is being used for. There is no Touch ID chip. There is no Face ID. None of the stuff that we were kind of hoping that there might be. But they are using these chips for security more and more in their computers, even their desktop computers that don't have fingerprint sensors, which means we could be seeing it at some point in the future still. So, that is the iMac Pro.
Wow.
And it's pretty sweet and kind of makes me excited to see what happens with Apple's desktops next year.
Seriously, like that
Mac
is amazing.
Pro.
Yes. Yep.
Wow, friggin' amazing, Apple. Bravo. Like, that's amazing.
It's a pretty sick machine. Okay, so one other piece of Apple news. App developers can now set up pre-orders for their apps in the App Store on iOS.
That's cool.
That's new. I don't know how I feel about that just because I'm kind of not a huge fan of pre-orders in general, but...
And most people should be because, dude, there's been a lot of things that... And I'm coming from the gaming side of stuff.
Right, yeah.
And so I don't know about like certain apps or anything, but there are companies that I would trust. Like, obviously, I have pre-ordered certain things. For example,
yes.
I did pre-order as soon as Gears of War 4 came out. I'm like, I totally trust that this would work.
I pre-ordered Overwatch.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
But on that one, you got to remember, this is Gears of War 4. They've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
Right. That's that is where that trust comes into play.
Well, and it's Microsoft on the line there. That that's theirs, and so
they're going to make sure it's.
And there's companies that I would want to like, for certain companies, I'd be like, I would pre-order, but then you got the other people that would set that up and like, what was that game? Mighty Number 9.
Oh yeah,
it was like the guy.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Mega Man, basically,
but it was horrid.
It was not very good. Yeah,
I never played it.
Yeah, me either. I did not hear good things.
Anyway, basically, what happened is people pre-ordered this. Lots of people, they made over budget, obviously, because they put the Mega Man name on it. And the thing that they delivered was not, I mean, as soon as they hit release, there was a release from the creator saying, sorry, I made this, basically, like right after. And it's sad. So,
yeah.
I mean, yes and no.
It's going to be interesting to see how this happens. The obvious truth is, if you're not like pretty darn confident that you're going to enjoy the end product, don't pre-order it. Yeah. Just don't. Wait for it to come out. They'll offer you little pre-order perks. They're pretty much all like not really that important, and you can just skip them. So,
yeah. Well, that's gaming side. I don't know, like an app, what pre-order perk you could get other than
it would basically be like, we're going to offer you in-app purchases for free or something like that.
Gotcha.
With an app. So
$10 credit.
Yeah.
Something silly.
And some of those might be worth it. It's just, make sure that you know what the app is. Make sure you know you're going to like it before you pre-order.
Yep.
Okay, last piece of this is just kind of general tech news, and I don't think we should spend a lot of time on it, but we might end up spending a lot of time on it.
Did you leave it at the end?
Maybe we should. So, this is going to happen fast.
Okay, go.
Disney wants to buy Fox. Fox is willing to sell. Interestingly, it's just controlling stakes in their TV production studios and some of their film production studios, but that does mean that they actually will have some controlling interest in the X-Men and Fantastic Four franchises. It still needs to go through the antitrust process in the government, so nothing is official at this point. But, that being said, it does mean that Disney at some point in the future could kind of give themselves the rights to use the X-Men and Mutants and Fantastic Four in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is also owned by Disney, or they could, give themselves, basically just sell the X-Men to themselves so that Fox doesn't have the ability to make any more X-Men movies at all. There you go. Let's move on.
The thing about that I'm... this is not... You
good.
didn't mention this. This is the part that I'm most worried about. They will have 60% control of Hulu.
Oh, yeah. That too.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
And it's already rumored they're pulling all their stuff from Netflix anyways.
Sorry, Netflix.
I have never used Hulu, and I'm not a fan of it, because why am I paying for ads?
Actually, on that note...
And most of the shows that I watch are not on there anyways.
What I have found out recently, actually, with this whole Hulu thing, I when Hulu first came out, I got on it, I messed with it. I hated the commercials. I couldn't stand it because it was the same commercial.
Yes, over and over and over.
Anyway, so there is on there, I think they gave me a 30-day trial for it because I never canceled the account. It was just there. But they gave me a 30-day trial, but it's for $11 a month, no commercials. I have everything. And so I was like, I'll give it a try. There's a lot of things they have. Like, okay, I like old school sitcoms, and so for example, they've got all of Home Improvement, all of Seinfeld, all of these things that
Hulu,
and I've actually been really surprised at what they have. So
I will say it has gotten better.
Yeah,
but still, most of the shows that I care about now aren't on there.
Yeah,
and so I just haven't used it, and so I've actually been using Hulu the past week. This is a week, by the way.
I do know a lot of people that like Hulu, but they have shows that are on there.
Yeah.
And they do have a lot of newer documentaries on there, too. I thought was pretty cool. There's some that, obviously, that are in every someone's showcase of documentaries. There's some that you're just like, really, that's on there? But there are actual cool ones. Like, for example, I guess I'll promote one I thought was really cool. It was called Too Funny to Fail. It was basically the Dana Carvey show. And I guess that was only 8 episodes long. And so, but they talked about why it failed and all this stuff, and it was kind of interesting. Anyway,
yeah,
I've really enjoyed it so far. So the Hulu thing, but then when I did do that, I heard about the Fox thing, and then I was like, oh, so is this going to turn into Disney's
yeah, because they
streaming
said
service?
They wanted to have a streaming platform by 2019. Buying a controlling interest in Hulu might just be an easy way to do that.
Yeah, an already running thing. So
already running and popular streaming service that already exists everywhere and has millions of subscribers. The issue that I have with Hulu, I used to have Hulu, and I used to pay for it because I wanted to be able to watch stuff on my devices.
Yeah.
And then they made it so that the free version went away. I was like, well, whatever, I'm already paying for it, so I can watch it on my phone and that kind of thing. And then they added the higher tier cost level for no commercials. I did not upgrade to that because at that point I was using an Apple TV to watch Hulu. I was using an iPhone and an iPad to watch Hulu. All iOS devices. And Hulu, the app, was so bad. It was super unreliable. Almost never actually connected to the shows that I wanted to watch when I wanted to watch them. And would just randomly cut out and drop out all the time. Every time that... Because they're like... I had still the lower tiered like $5 a month version that had commercials in it. Every time a commercial break queued up, it would like drop the show and kick me out of the app. And I'd have to go back in and I'd have to skip through the app breaks, like, because it would kick me back to the beginning of the episode. It was just a massive pain.
Wow.
They may have fixed all of those issues, but I will be wary about ever going back to Hulu as a result of that experience.
And you should be, like, as we were talking, you know, and this is me coming back to it. Like, when it first started, that's when my previous experience. I hated the commercials. I was with you on the whole crashing thing or whatnot. Even in the web browser, it would just do random things.
It was unreliable.
But coming since last week, it's on my Windows 10 mobile device, and it runs smoothly, like better than other video apps that I've had. And so I'm like, okay.
That's
and then
fair.
I went on the browser, and then I actually used the Windows 10. I signed in and messed with it, and it actually works really well. That was my biggest complaint, was the commercials.
Right.
I hated it. Like, I was like, okay, I understand commercials, but stop playing this Army commercial.
Yes.
Stop.
Same one every ad.
Every 5 minutes, I swear. But when you're trying to binge watch something, you really get to know these ads. Anyway, no, I enjoyed it. So I don't know if I'm not trying to. I don't got no claim in Hulu. I'm just explaining. But
it's going to be interesting to see where this goes.
It will be, especially with Disney's control.
Yes.
Most of Disney.
Yes, Disney's
just buying
weird.
everything.
They are, and that's the thing too, to mention that like Disney and Fox have agreed to terms on this. It
That
still
doesn't
needs
mean
to
it's
pass
gonna happen,
antitrust. And that
I could
being
see
said,
it not passing because of.
man,
But at the same time, it's like, ugh, no.
a year and a half ago, I would have been right there like, this probably won't make it through antitrust. But with the government in the state that it is right now, Disney is a large corporation. They'll probably get whatever they want.
Probably.
So, yeah, we'll see.
Who knows?
Anyway.
It's interesting. I mean, they got their fingers in everything, I swear.
They really
They had it on Star Wars before they bought it.
Yep.
So
that is all of the tech news that I have.
nice. Well, thank you. That is interesting things to think about. I mean, that's amazing. The hardware that Apple is released, that still is blowing my mind. 18 solid cores, like,
Yep.
That's amazing. And then 6 gigs on a graphics card?
Oh, no. 16.
Or that, yes, my mind was thinking 16.
You just cut the one off the
I
front.
did. I cut the one off the front. 16 gigs on a graphics card.
Yes.
Not slide, not 2.
Single card.
Yep. That is amazing.
Yep. And the funny thing about this is, like, I look at this and I'm all like, okay, they've promised us a modular, like, fully modular desktop Mac Pro next year.
Jeez.
If this is what their iMac Pro has,
Why?
I don't even want to know what their Mac Pro has. It's going to have, like, dual slots for processors, and then it's going to come stock with 2 graphics cards in Crossfire because it's AMD,
because it can,
not NVIDIA.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's should be interesting to see what happens.
It is.
Anyways.
This next couple of years, man. All right, Landon. What you got?
I got a lot of general tech news.
Well, lay it on us.
With a few Google things thrown in there. First thing I wanted to mention, I saw this today and I thought this isn't really tech news per se, but it's interesting nonetheless. Facebook is adding a snooze button. Now what this does, it's going to save relationships. No. Kind of.
Okay.
It allows you to basically unfollow someone for 30 days.
Oh.
So this would have been really helpful right before the election.
Yes. Oh my goodness!
Oh my gosh! I blocked so many people.
Or the release of a movie named like Star Wars.
Yeah.
I have avoided
with certain
all
people that you know
media.
that are just bad at giving away spoilers or certain things. Yeah,
unfollow.
I do have some people though that they'll put on the first thing spoilers, and then I'm like, oh, next. But dude.
But yeah.
See, the thing is, I do that, and then I do stuff like my favorite part of The Force Awakens was when the ghost of Count Dooku showed up, played by the literal ghost of Christopher Lee for The Force Awakens, because that was awesome. That was not too long after Christopher Lee had died, right? How long has it been since he died?
I don't know. I loved what you put today for.
Yeah,
that was actually really funny. Good job.
It was because I looked on my previous years, like this day in history on Facebook, and it had last year's Rogue One post and the year before that The Force Awakens, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've made a tradition of doing this for a Star Wars movie on this day, and so I had to post something.
That's awesome. All right, go ahead.
Anyways, so it allows you to block or unfollow someone for 30 days, and you can turn that off during that time anytime you want. So it can be up to 30 days, and then it'll start showing their post again. So like I said, it would have been really beneficial during times like election time or certain movies or TV shows that they're on. Just little things like that. Or if someone's just really annoying and you want to take a break for a minute, there you go.
Wow.
So that's kind of cool.
That is cool.
This next little bit of news is actually Microsoft related.
Oh.
LastPass is now support for Edge on Android.
Hey.
And they are going to be having iOS support in their next major update of LastPass.
Nice.
They didn't really say when that is. I don't think it's going to be their next update, just next major update. So that could be any time, really.
Yeah. You never know.
Which is awesome.
Yeah. So if you use Edge on either Android or iOS and you like...
Not Windows. Sorry. I have to say that because, oh my gosh.
But if you use LastPass also, that's going to be more beneficial for you. And that's awesome. And if you don't use LastPass or 1Password or something like that, you should start.
Yes.
Recommended.
So that you can use like good passwords instead of crappy passwords.
Yeah.
And still remember them.
Yeah.
Although when you don't have it installed on something, but you really need to get to it,
and you don't know your password,
it is. I've run into that a couple times.
Just always have your phone,
so
that you can look
you
it up.
Just pull out your phone and look up the
always
password.
have your phone.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
that
is good news.
Yes. And speaking of things that are old and such,
it's a wonderful segue.
Going back to your 20 years ago thing.
Oh yeah.
As of December 15th. AOL Instant Messenger is finally dead.
Wow.
Yes, you may be surprised that was still a thing.
I am, actually.
I haven't heard of that in a long time. Wow. Or anyway.
But yeah, AOL Instant Messenger is now officially dead. And for all of you youngins that don't know what that is, that's how we used to communicate before the time of text messaging, when text messaging was free, or before things like Facebook or any messaging app for that matter.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you had a certain allotment of text you could send on a phone?
That's when I didn't have a phone for that matter during that time. Yeah. Or I shared one with a sibling.
Yeah.
That I quote unquote shared.
This is the best
She
deal.
controlled it more often than I did.
800 text messages. Whoa.
Rollover text messages.
Rollover messages. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So before the time, and before cell phones were
the dark time.
Before everyone had cell phones, basically.
Yeah.
This was how you would communicate with people on the internet, or just in general.
It was basically the first instant messenger.
And it was awesome.
Yeah. That was it.
It was you used either. Well, this one was even before MSN Messenger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it was AOL.
Yep.
When you got a disc.
It was America Online.
Yeah, just to get you. Yeah.
Speaking of that, my in-laws still were paying for AOL up until very recently.
Oh, they were like one of the 300,000 people nationally that were still.
Because for them, that was the best option for internet. Unfortunately, they couldn't get cable. They had satellite option, but that's so expensive and unreliable. So,
man,
like up until recently, they were still using AOL, but now they started using just hotspots on their phones because that was easy and accessible. But yeah. So AOL Instant Messenger is finally dead.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. The next little bit of stupid news.
Titled "Stupid."
Although
News.
this is probably the best way that they could have used this product. Samsung is working on a Bixby-powered smart speaker.
Oh, that's right.
But
I
think this is the best way, the best implementation of Bixby because it's going to work with Samsung SmartThings devices. So if you've bought a Samsung device that was brand spanking new and cost more than $800 in the past couple years, it's probably a SmartThings device, like a washer or a fridge or a TV or anything. It'll work with this.
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice.
So you can control your washing machine with voice commands from your living room.
Yeah, it's basically going to be a smart home hub if you are in everything Samsung.
Though, from what I understand of Samsung's whole, like, all their smart devices,
they work with other stuff too.
Yeah, like you can get them to work with Alexa without too much effort and stuff like that. So,
Mrs. A.
Yeah, sorry, people.
Right, sorry. My bad. I even have one now. Like, I really ought to be a little more
You need to be
considerate.
listening to this podcast on speakers that go throughout your home so it'll set off your device.
I'm going to try that, actually, just to see if it does.
He let out the Miss A bomb.
You're funny. Anyways, so it's supposed to be coming in the first half of 2018 and cost around $200. So not horribly priced.
No.
And they say that it's supposed to be focused a lot on the sound quality. So think Apple HomePod or Google Home Max or a Sonos device that has Alexa Echo built in. Sorry, I almost said it.
Yeah.
I don't have one, so I don't think about it. Anyways.
I have one and I don't think about it either, so,
Yeah.
Whatever.
Just don't watch Amazon commercials around it.
Jeez, seriously?
Yeah.
So bad.
Oh, stupid Amazon. Anyways, so that's coming next year, supposedly. Now, cool bit of tech news.
Ooh.
That we can't get.
We moved from
which
stupid,
I really want
to
now.
cool.
Yeah. OnePlus, they have the 5T Star Wars edition that nobody can buy except for in India. There's a cool little Easter egg in this.
Oh.
And I really, really want one now, even more than I did before, but especially now. So, what this is, excuse me, I found, there's a few different places that are talking about this, but I am going to read a little bit from the Android Central post about it. So I'll just read. It says, it comes with a greeting card in the box that has a hidden clue. If you combine all the first letters of each line, it says, scribble with pencil. And doing so reveals a message at the bottom of the card. Find the secret compartment and check the weather forecast for Oct 2. And the secret compartment is hidden in the bottom section of the box. Use a little force, and they did that on purpose, to pry the bottom lid of the box away, and you'll find a section with a collapsible prism inside.
Huh.
Assemble the prism using the provided instructions. Open OnePlus's weather app and search for Oct 2. Doing so will start playing the secret message. You'll see markings line up to the prism on your device, which you'll be able to see the message from R2D2, which is basically one of those hologram messages from your phone giving you the weather in Oct 2.
Oh,
that is amazing!
There's little pictures of it.
Oh my goodness! That is so cool.
Yeah.
That is amazing. And that's on the Android Central.
Yeah.
The picture. Oh my goodness.
That's
Everybody
fantastic.
do yourself a favor
Go
and
check
go
that
see
out.
this. This is amazing. Why just in India?
Right?
Why?
And they said that they've got the phone, so they got the Prism and stuff and tried it with a regular OnePlus 5T and in the OnePlus weather app searching for that didn't do anything. So it's literally set up just for this phone.
That's like the best Easter egg.
Isn't that amazing?
That is so cool.
So I mean, like the OnePlus 5T Star Wars edition had like obviously the cool looking hardware and different wallpapers that I've downloaded since then, which are pretty cool. But this is the ultimate.
Yeah, that right there makes it all worth it.
Goodness.
I really want this phone.
Wow.
Because that is amazing.
Is this sad that would actually probably get me off Windows Phone?
Nope, because this would get me off a Pixel.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a good reason right there.
That is amazing.
If you're going to jump ship, that's as good a reason as any. As far as
and you get a dang good phone.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Jeez. That is amazing.
It's so cool.
Do I know anyone that's going to India? Order this for me.
Please. Go buy this phone and bring it back. Anyways.
I should call customer
really
support.
Cool.
Excuse me.
Can you be my friend and buy me a phone?
Can you buy me this phone? Anyway.
Anyways, next thing. Company Synaptics has announced that they have in-display fingerprint sensors coming to, as they say, a top 5 smartphone OEM in 2018. So not only are they announcing that they have them, they are in mass production and going to be on a phone next year.
That's cool.
Finally.
That's what we've been wanting.
Yeah. And the top 5 OEMs as of right now are Samsung, Huawei, Apple, Oppo, and Xiaomi.
Oh.
Though
my guess is it's probably either going to be Xiaomi or Huawei.
Yes, that would be my guess as well. And it will probably only be available in China.
Probably.
But they're coming to a big phone next year. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Progress.
Which is interesting at the same time because with Face ID, as big of a thing as it is on the iPhone now, and no Touch ID on the iPhone 10, it's like I see things leaning that way before this is even like this. I don't think this will take off on any like the S9 or Note 9 or things like that because I mean they might have it, but I think their focus is going to be more on some Face ID competitor on those phones.
Yeah.
Who knows? So, but it's kind of cool that the technology is there, that they can mass produce it now.
And I mean, it's not like, fingerprint sensors on phones aren't going to go away overnight. Just
no.
Obviously, like passcodes and like the track patterns and stuff on the lock screen didn't go away overnight once Touch ID was released on the iPhone 5S.
Right.
Yeah.
So, it'll be a few years before we really see a decline in the number of phones coming out with fingerprint sensors. So this is a cool way to get your big screen and a nice smooth back and still have a fingerprint sensor for biometric authentication.
Yes. Now, how reliable these are going to be, we have yet to know because obviously it's not there yet.
Yeah, it's true.
So that should be interesting to see, but it's cool that the technology's there.
Yep.
Finally, something to do with Google.
Yay!
Amazon has announced that they will once again be selling Chromecast and Apple TV on their website. And this, I see, has part to do with the fact that they now have an Amazon Prime Video app on Apple TV. And as of now, their Prime Video app on Android does not have Chromecast support. But because this is happening, I could see it coming soon.
Yeah, very soon.
And it's funny because this is the first time since 2015 that they'll have these devices on their website. And the reason that they claim they took it off in the first place was because these devices did not support Amazon Prime Video. That's their own fault.
Yep.
Apple and Google do not control
what Amazon does
does with their apps. Yeah.
Like, Apple gave Amazon the same app development experience as everyone else that developed all of these video playing apps for the Apple TV, and Amazon just didn't. So
yeah. So if you thought that was a logical excuse, then you need to get checked out or something.
Yeah.
You need to go home and rethink your life.
Pretty much, because that was a dumb excuse.
Let's tell you how things work in the real world.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it's nice that those are going to be available again on Amazon, because there's so many people that are on Amazon. And it was funny because, like, if you were to search for a Chromecast or a Google Home also, it would pull up something for Amazon, like an Echo or a Fire TV stick or something like that. So hopefully now it'll actually pull up the right device. And the last little bit of news that I have is Google is shutting down Project Tango on March 1st.
Oh.
Which is interesting because, I mean, I get it because now with AR Core that they have, and they can do all this, a lot of similar stuff that Tango could do, they can do with software now, and they can put it on any phone that's actually looks good. Mm-hmm. Whereas the Project Tango phones didn't. And they had lots of ridiculous hardware that, you know, most people don't need or want.
Right.
But at the same time, I wish they would kind of keep it around just for, like, to learn, basically. And I'm sure it'll be around in some sense, just not as Project Tango anymore.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I really liked what they were doing with Tango.
I mean, it's the same concept as stuff like the Google Glass, where it was a research project.
Yeah.
They got the research they wanted out of it. It's going to push towards something that actually gets released to customers, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to keep it around in any shape or form, as a name. So,
yeah. So that's going away on March 1st, but it's time, I guess.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So, and that's all the news that I had for this week.
Well, I do have some gaming news I wanted to mention, and I believe Caleb may have a few, maybe a spotlight or two.
Kind of.
Yeah?
As do I.
Well, something I wanted to bring up, last year, Microsoft, they released like a year-end thing for Xbox, and I actually I had where they would take your achievements and all the games you've played and put some cool little thing together and be like, this is so cool, year-end thing. Well, they did the same thing, except they changed it up, and it's actually pretty fun on there. I actually had Landen, when we were here, I had him look it up for him, but he didn't have enough data for them to do this.
Weird.
So I was going to have Caleb look at it. I sent it to our Slack, the website. So if you go ahead and click that link and give me all your money because the link has that. No, just kidding.
Next year, it'll actually be useful for me because I have been playing Minecraft and getting achievements and stuff.
You've been doing really well. I'm very impressed.
Well, really well
he
for
made
me.
A pickaxe.
Are you still stuck in that pit?
No, he got out.
I got out of the pit.
That's good.
But I am way far off the map again in my own little area.
He's surviving. I'm proud of him.
But I've built, I found like a mini cave, and I've kind of turned it into my home. I've built a door onto it.
Yep.
I found out how to build a door.
There you go.
and a crafting table.
And a crafting table. I've got a chest. I now have a
large chest.
A large
bed?
chest.
Yeah.
Bed
He's
yet?
getting there.
I don't have a bed yet.
Okay. That's
but
the next step.
I'm getting there. I'm learning.
Nice.
And I found the biggest benefit.
Yeah.
I found the how to play section on the menu.
It's helped him quite a bit.
It's taught me a lot of things.
Well, on this, Microsoft, you can go onto Microsoft or Xbox's website, and they have the 2017 year review. And basically, you log in, and for me, I'll kind of tell a couple things on here. It says for my gamer score in 2017, I had 15,196 gamer score added. And then on the bottom, it tells you your life-to-date gamer score. And then for me, they said my player type is Deadeye. I'm not sure what that means, but but I'm assuming because I played 240 hours of shooter games and 237 action-adventure, and then only 54 hours of RPG. Kind of splits up the games, what you've played. I'm assuming the 240 was Overwatch, because my most games played was Overwatch this year. And then my second most played game was Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls.
Wow.
You know, for anybody out there that listens to the podcast, this shouldn't come as a surprise.
Yeah, this is not a surprise.
No.
But I thought was interesting is in the same year... Oh, you don't have it either?
I don't have enough data.
Not enough data. In the same year, it showed, for me, I thought it was funny, underneath Overwatch and Diablo was Shadows of Mordor, and then underneath that was Shadows of War. And then underneath that was Gears of War 4. But it's actually kind of cool. It gives you even more achievements. So how many achievements did I get? I actually got 666. Okay. And then it gives you the highest achievement in the most played games. So like Overwatch, the best achievement I got, apparently, is called Double Cap. Swell. And then my most played month, which was actually January. And then it tells you how many friends. And then it ranks you among the community and your region. So like right now, my rank versus my region, I'm in the top 1%.
Wow.
I don't know if I should be happy about this. Also, for achievements, I'm in the top 1%.
Nice.
Hours played is the top 14%.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah. So total hours.
So you're very effective in your time
right.
playing.
Yes, you're efficient.
I do. I try.
Efficient, that's the word
I'm such an achievement hunter, though. That's the thing. Like, I love... Yeah. I'm like, every little thing. Like, it could be stupid. Like, hey, like in Minecraft, it's like, when you're starving, eat zombie flesh. Okay. Oh, achievement. Yay! Like,
good job.
I know. Stupid little things.
That's I like getting achievements, and that's what's been frustrating about playing Minecraft up until like the past 3 days.
I do.
I was
and then all of a sudden
running around doing stuff, and I'm
like,
I'm not doing anything besides getting lost and killing animals. This is not beneficial in any way, shape, or form. But now I'm learning.
He's learning.
And I'm doing things, and I'm getting achievements, and it's great.
Yeah, it's fun. It is, and it's just a fun little thing. Like last year, they did a thing where they would make like your placard, but it would take certain things from the games you would play. Like last year, my biggest game I played was Dragon Age Inquisition. So it would have dragon wings on the side, and then it would do like spells and things on the left and right. So they're just doing little things. It's fanfare, obviously, and it's fun. It's free. You just log in, and then it just brings up your own little spreadsheet. And right now, I've got the Ghostbusters logo as my gamer pick. And so it brings it up, and it's like, hey, this is what you are. Yay! So it's fun. And obviously, if you've only been on for about 2 months, they don't have enough data.
Like me.
or if you've only played like 2 games that actually
consider
have Xbox stuff associated with them. Because it's like I play loads of games, but it's all through Steam and GOG and Battle.net. And
well, what's interesting, I can see what games you're playing through the Xbox because you have your Xbox app.
Right.
But I think it's because you didn't really start using that until like you and I started playing like later.
There's that.
Well, it's only been up until recently that playing games through Steam would do anything on Xbox.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would assume next year, where now you can do this cross-platform stuff more efficiently.
Yeah.
That it could potentially start showing these type of things on
Maybe
there.
so. It still doesn't like track achievements and stuff like that.
No,
like,
they haven't linked that just yet.
Yeah, so I think that's probably the thing. Is it's like it sees the games that I'm playing and it knows what games I'm playing. It just has no idea what I'm doing in them. So
yeah.
I wonder if that has. Like, if that would require the developer to do something, whereas Microsoft, it may be there as a feature, but
somebody would have to sync them.
Yeah.
It's getting there, which is cool. I mean, they've gotten to where Halo Wars 2 is now finally cross-platform. So we have found out that when it says Xbox Play Anywhere, that does not mean cross-platform. It actually now says on the game, it will say Xbox Play Anywhere, but then underneath it'll say Xbox Play Anywhere cross-platform.
Yes, that's good.
We've established this. And Halo Wars is now cross-platform.
Oh, good.
Halo Wars 2. I'll have to check one, but
yeah, I haven't checked it.
But I'm excited because I'm actually going to go through the Halo series again, all of them. I'm going to start from 1 and move on because I've started listening to the books, and I'm like, I kind of want to play those again. Anyway. Let's talk about some deals, some holiday deals. Xbox savings, obviously, which is in time for the holiday season. So, Microsoft is now, they've got their 1S bundles. So, they've got where the 1S offers a game and then a controller, and then you got the 500 gigabyte, which is $199. But they've got a bunch of different games that you can select from. So the first one, which is basically Forza 3 with the Hot Wheels addition to it. So they've got that you can bundle with it. They've also got the Minecraft edition on there, which is the 500, and the terabyte, which actually to go from 500 to a terabyte is about $100 difference on there. But either or, you can go there. But they've also got the Master Chief Collection, which is actually 4 to 5 games which is it's basically the Halo games that they've remastered. They've got the Minecraft, the Shadows of War, Rocket League, Madden, and then of course they just have the original that you can. I think there's one that you have a certain amount where you can choose like out of 5 games that are digital. That'll come with that. $199, which is actually not bad. So if you've been thinking about you want to hop on there you go. It's a pretty good deal. Where we've talked in previous episodes, if they're wanting to get into this is a great opportunity for any kind of gaming, Blu-ray, and the S also does 4K Blu-ray output.
Yep.
So you can do your 4K game stuff on there. Microsoft's getting to where you can do your 4K streaming. So if you buy a movie off there, the sad thing is they haven't got to the point where like Apple is, where if you bought HD already, you still have to buy the upgrade to 4K.
That's probably not going to happen with anyone else. Like,
yeah, probably not.
We were all stunned that Apple did it. I don't think it's likely.
It was
to
so
come
smart.
from
like,
it was a great idea.
Yeah.
And I have a bunch of 4K movies now as a result, so yeah, I'm not going to whine.
And a couple other deals that they have on there, you can actually get $10 off branded Xbox wireless controllers, which is awesome. And these controllers all have the Bluetooth in them, so you can use them on your desktop, your phones, your tablets, anything really. And they're great controllers for what they are. I believe I enjoy them really, a lot of them. You can get $10 also off of Super Lucky's Tale, Disneyland Adventures, Zoo Tycoon, Pixar's Rush, a Disney Pixar adventure. You can also get $20 off of Halo Wars 2, Gears of War 4 or more, or Forza Motorsport 7 or Forza Horizon 3, which are fairly new games, and that's $20 off of those. And if you want some Xbox Live Gold, you can actually get a 3-month subscription and get a Madden starter pack on top of that. If you do a 3-month subscription. So I don't know what a Madden starter pack is. I apologize. I don't play the sports games, but I'm assuming it's probably like some credits or something to your profile.
It's going to be Madden and some stuff.
Yeah. So, and also, obviously, the hottest game of the year that people are saying, PlayerUnknown's Battleground, PUBG, is now available.
Yep.
And if you are interested in this, now they have said there's been bugs and there's going to be updates. It is in-game preview, guys.
Yep.
But if you are thinking of getting this, I would suggest getting this now. Don't have to play it. The reason why, game preview is always half off, a quarter off. So if you want this now, buy it now, because then you don't have to pay anything extra later.
Yeah, because
the game will go up to like $60.
Yeah, it's like $30 right now. And if you buy it now, then you own it when it finally releases for twice that price. So
that's actually what happened with me in Ark. I have actually bought Ark in the game preview, and it was like $20. Yep. And now I look at it, it's like 60 something.
$60. Yep.
So
I got it for 11.
I would, exactly. Like I would just, if you're thinking this is a game you want to play, but you don't want to play it now because of the bugs and things that are happening, go ahead and get it.
Or because you're waiting on your Xbox One X because you kind of are a little concerned about how it's going to be optimized for the S.
Yes. So there you go. Just wanted to give a couple of holiday deals. If you are thinking about getting one, any little extra thing or games, I wanted to throw that out there. All right, Caleb. Are you ready? Let's hear these spotlights.
I'm ready. Okay, so today we're going to spotlight, instead of an indie game spotlight of the week, we are doing an indie game sales spotlight of the week.
Oh, these are great sales.
So, GOG.com has started their winter sale right now. It's going to be going on for the next couple of weeks. Steam's winter sale is going to start basically as soon as that ends, and I would expect all of these games to be on sale for the same price on Steam as they are on GOG.com.
Yeah, everyone's going to be starting their holiday sales.
Yeah, like these prices should be pretty similar across both of them. If you feel like you really have to have these games on Steam, wait a couple of weeks, buy them on Steam. I would recommend getting them on GOG because GOG Galaxy is great. It works as well as Steam. Yep. Most of these games are actually not even like multiplayer supported anyways. So like it doesn't really matter if all of your friends are on Steam or something like that. And the ones that are, I don't know, you should get your friends to switch over to GOG anyways because like the games are DRM free, guys. You can download them from any web browser to any computer as many times as you want and install them and play them all simultaneously. Like GOG don't care. So
GOG don't care.
Anyways.
Does that be the title of our episode? GOG don't care.
GOG don't care.
Just kidding.
Anywho. So, some of these are games that we have featured in Indie Game Spotlights over the past year. So, a lot of good games in here. First off is Absolver, which was the, the stance-based like martial arts themed fighting game that we talked about a couple of months ago. That is 50% off right now. Cuphead is 15% off.
You should already have that. Caleb.
Anywho,
Caleb.
moving on. Super Hot. So Super Hot is a game that was actually like originally a concept at a game jam, and it's really interesting. It's a shooter, first-person shooter, where you basically just have to get through these levels that are full of people trying to kill you. You can pick stuff up and throw them at them, or pick up guns and shoot them. And the thing that makes it exciting is that it is constant, like it is hardcore, fast-paced action that would take seconds for you to die if it weren't for the fact that when you stop moving, time stops. So if you're not moving, time halts, and you have time to plan out your movements. So if you move slowly, then time advances slowly. Or if you move quickly, then time advances quickly. And so you have time to plan things out, but it's like basically like playing The Matrix in real time. And it looks really cool. So that, couple years old,
what's it called?
Super Hot, and it is 50% off. Kerbal Space Program, which is like the end-all be-all for sandbox physics games, where you are taking the Kerbals, which is a civilization of funny little alien men, and you are helping them develop a space program using actual, like, real-life orbital mechanics and stuff like that. It's been around for years, and it is still the same price as it was when it came out, because people are still buying it because it's a really good game. It is 40% off, so good deal on that one. Bastion and Transistor. So these are both games from Supergiant Games, the developers behind Pyre. I've talked about Transistor before. There's a review for it up on our website. It's magnificent. Like, Transistor is a work of freaking art. It's a beautiful game. And Bastion, I have not played, but from everything that I have heard, is very much the same kind of thing.
Yeah, I've heard people
both of those games, 75% off, and I'm pretty sure that both of them include the soundtrack when you buy them, which, holy crap, those soundtracks are super good. I've listened to both of them. They're amazing. So 75% off, which means you're literally paying like $1 or $2 for these games. So if you haven't played them, you ought to look into them. Another thing to keep your eye open for would be Transistor on stuff like your Apple TV or your phone, because there's also like mobile versions of that game, which it might go on sale on those devices as well soon.
What's also really cool, to add to that, and it just sparked my memory of this, and I should have said this before. So Caleb did a spotlight on, and I ruined it for him last week, but it was the Bridge Constructor. I went and I looked. Also, what else that's on? That is actually on the Windows 10 mobile. I can get on my phone.
Hey.
It is on the Xbox, which I did buy because it was like $2. And it is ridiculous. And it's on the PC, and it's everywhere else too. So, like, if you actually look at a lot of things, dude, it's so fun. I bought it and I messed with it. And I'm like, this is a stupid bridge game. I'll give it a try. I beat the entire first section, like everything. I'm like, wow, this is addicting. So yeah, always check to see if they're on.
Yes,
because like that you were saying that bridge one. I checked it and it's everywhere. So on top of that, sorry.
Good deal. Okay, so the next one, Firewatch, came out in 2016. Best indie game of 2016. It's an amazing game. 60% off. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, which for me, straight up best game of 2017. I don't even care about all the rest of this crap. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is amazing to play, and also probably the most important game like in recent memory. It's super good. It will it's touching, story's amazing, gameplay is great, the visuals are stunning, the audio design is second to absolutely nothing else out there. I have never had an audio experience like that ever before in my life. And the things that the game can teach you about mental health and that kind of thing are astonishing. So seriously, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, 25% off. It's been out for almost a year at this point, and it's only 25% off, whereas Absolver, which has been out for much less time, is 50% off. I think that speaks to the quality of Senua's Sacrifice. It's so good. Okay, Homeworld: Deserts of Carrick. So this is a sequel to the original Homeworld strategy franchise. This one does not take place in space, so beware of that going in. I have heard it's pretty good. It's a good homage back to the old Homeworld games. it's 70% off right now. It's been out for a few years. That being said, also on GOG.com, and I didn't have them on this list because technically they're not indie games, but the remastered version of the original Homeworld games are also on sale on GOG.com right now, and they're even less than this. So
that's cool.
If you want to play some great classic strategy, Homeworld franchise is a good place to go. And Echo, which was that super, super creepy shooter that I featured a couple of months back about. It was around Halloween, actually.
It was.
About the, like, this mansion that you're in where your enemies are just clones of you and they learn from you. Everything you do, they're going to start doing that the next cycle. That is 25% off also. So, bunch of great indie games. Also wanted to spotlight what is... and a lot of people don't realize this, but technically an indie game. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is also 60% off. And you may be sitting there going, The Witcher 3, really, on an indie game spotlight? The Witcher 3 was the biggest RPG of 2015.
It still is huge.
Is like one of the greatest, like recognized as one of the greatest RPGs of all time, and has easily like hundreds of hours of gameplay in it between all the side quests and stuff. A massive game, and you're telling me that's well, yes, technically, CD Projekt Red developed it. CD Projekt Red published it. Like, indie game.
And
by
didn't
definition.
They recently just come out with an expansion for it? The past 2 years?
No, they came out with a... Oh gosh, what was it?
Not an expansion, a DLC, like an edition. I can't remember. I think they did because it was
the Blood and Wine expansion is a couple of years old at this point, but not too long ago they did release a fairly significant update for it, and I can't remember if they like actually added stuff or if they were just doing like quality of life updates and stuff like that. I can't remember.
Okay.
But yeah, Witcher 3 is a really great game. I own it. I have played a bunch of it. It's fantastic. It's 60% off. It's like a must buy for anyone who is a fan of fantasy Western RPGs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So those are my indie game sales for this week. I just had a couple of more things I wanted to mention real quick. Astroneer. You've heard us talk about that on this podcast before. Technically now out of the pre-alpha stage. It's now an alpha.
Yay!
Which still means you're testing stuff. However, fairly significant changes to the game. With that, one of the most frustrating things in the actual progression inside of the game that I kind of annoyed me was the way they handled research. And it was kind of like region bound. If you wanted to actually research new stuff, like you could research 2 or 3 things inside of one region, but then the more pods you brought back, it just spat out resources, and it's like, I don't need these. So you had to travel to a different region or a different planet, if you could ever actually get those technologies researched, in order to get new research.
Yeah.
Now, it handles that differently, so that you can pick which things you're researching, and bringing stuff back to your research pod doesn't just like randomly give you a research. It gives you like kind of a research currency that you can use toward researching new stuff. So some fairly significant quality of life changes as well, which, you know, I mean, it was a super fun game. I kind of got everything that I could out of it back then, but they've added a bunch of content, so I'm going to hop back in, see what's up.
Let me know when. I'll hop in with you.
Yeah, good times.
It is beautiful on the X. I did look at it.
Ah.
For a pre-alpha, now alpha game, it looks really good on the X.
Okay, so last thing. Feral Interactive is the best. Love those guys.
They're very good.
Anyone who owns a Mac, you should love them too.
Yeah.
They have ported Deus Ex Mankind Divided to Mac OS. It is now available for purchase on the Mac App Store or from their website. So between them and Aspire, they are the only reason that there are any good games on Mac OS. So thank heavens for them.
That's awesome.
That's all the gaming news that I've got.
That's great. Landen, we got any mobile spotlights?
Yeah, and mine's kind of along the same lines as what Caleb just did. Not sale-wise, but just older. Well, not older, but, you know, game's been out for a while.
Mm-hmm.
That everyone knows about. Super Mario Run.
Yes.
And I focus on this one this week because it has now been out for a year.
Oh.
And they're doing an anniversary event in the app where you can they give you 1.5 coins on Toad Run or Toad Rally runs.
Oh, cool.
And in the Remix 10 part of it, they give you like there's more chances to get 5-star rewards and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a couple new rewards that have come with those as well. So, just so you're aware, though that event is going on right now. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the game itself. Now that I've been playing it for a while, and it's probably the game I play the most on my phone.
Nice.
Although Minecraft is now starting to take time away from that, now that I know what I'm doing on Minecraft.
It does that.
Yeah, weird. Anyways, Super Mario Run. It's a lot of fun. Even though I've pretty much done everything that I can, I've beat all the worlds and I've gotten all the pink, purple, and black coins that are or green. What black? I don't know what color. They're weird.
Different color.
I think
coins.
they call them black, but they look green on my app. But I've got all the coins. I've got pretty much all the awards that you possibly can on the game. But it's still it's an endless runner. You know, it's one of those that you can just play for a couple minutes and just have fun. And I don't know. I really enjoy it. I still think Luigi is by far the best character that you can use on this game.
He always has been.
Using Mario is the worst character that you can use on this game.
That's funny.
Yeah. And one of the things that came when they did the Remix 10 update was a new character, and that was Daisy, I believe. Princess Daisy. She's actually really fun character to use because all of them have different things that you can do. Like Yoshi, one of the things, and this goes for any of the different color Yoshi that are there. If you jump and then hold down, he'll eventually run a little longer in the air and go up a little bit and then drop. And Princess Peach will kind of float down when you hold her. And Mario just spins in the air and kind of goes a little bit further. Luigi will jump higher up in the air and then spin. And, just little things like that. But Daisy, what she'll do is she'll jump and then you touch the screen again and she'll jump again.
Double jump.
So
the mystical double jump ability.
It's kind of nice. Although if you forget that that's what she does, then it can throw you for
You're like
some problems. But it's still fun. I really enjoy it. I have a lot of fun playing it, and I've just been collecting coins and collecting toads in Toad Rally and I'm now up to over 34,000 toads.
Oh, jeez, that's amazing.
And I'm not quite to 1 million coins yet. I think I'm over 800,000 coins.
Good grief.
See, he's a gamer.
That's impressive.
He's a gamer.
Totally.
I'm a gamer at heart.
He's
just different kind of games.
Yeah. Your console fits in your hand.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's so awesome, though.
It's not a
Loving
problem.
that you're playing. And then Minecraft. Also, should we talk about Minecraft?
We can talk about Minecraft. It's a lot of fun. Like I mentioned before, I've kind of just... The first time I started playing, I just explored and got lost and fell in a hole, and that was interesting.
Yeah. I couldn't even find him. That's the thing. Like, my map wouldn't register where he was. It's like, we don't even know where he's at.
Well, it's kind of this case now. I don't think I'm as far off as I was before. I very well could be.
Well, he has a sense of direction. So in our realm, we have one of the people that were in there. They just made this giant Trojan horse.
Yeah, which
on
is
a hill.
awesome.
And I'm like, okay, that's good. And he's like, I'm behind the horse. So now, if I have to find him, I know he's that way.
I'm pretty sure that's the direction I went when I started going off.
Yeah. So.
I'm not 100%, but I'd say 95% sure that's where I went.
Yeah. So.
And I know if I explore too far off from where I've started building stuff, I'm going to get lost, so I don't go very far.
Yeah.
Because I want to find my way back to... Because I've got a chest now. I've got the crafting table. I've got what's it?
Furnace.
Furnace, that's what... And, in this little cave that I found, and I've built around, and so I want to keep going back to that.
Yep.
So I need to build something to find my way back to that if I do
just put torches
explore.
down.
I need to do something.
It's like breadcrumbs. Just put torches down.
I don't have a lot of torches yet. I've built other stuff. So
gotcha.
Mounds of dirt.
Yeah, just
there's lots of dirt.
I need to do like what you did in the center of everything. You just get this giant
the
thing.
giant pillar that
hole.
sticks up
I
in the middle.
did.
I need to do something like that.
You know why that actually came about? There's an achievement to where if you... I can't remember how many yards or how it fall. You're supposed to fall from that and land on a slime blob and not die, and because basically nothing happens to you when you land on it. But what we would do to test out how far we had to go, or if we, jumped too far and died, is we took a bunch of gravel and we would just build our way up, because gravel, when you'd hit it, it would drop, so it doesn't just stay there. So we would just do that, and we're like, oh, this is the height, and then boop, oh, the achievement popped, yay, and I just left it there, because I was like, maybe it'll be nice so that people are like, oh, there it is over there. So it's a big old...
It's useful for navigation.
It is.
Nice.
It's like, there's Wes.
Well, I'm definitely far enough away that I can't see that. I know that.
Yes.
But I'm having fun. I'm learning how to play and what does what, and it's a lot of fun.
And the store is giving away free stuff.
Yeah, starting December 21st, they'll be giving one thing for 12 days.
Yep.
One thing a day, something free. I'm looking
forward
to that.
So I don't know what free, if it's skins or what, but they're just like, here you go. Yeah. So there you go.
I haven't bought anything in the store. I don't think I have anything to use to buy.
Well, there's
real
things
money,
like,
and I don't want to use real money.
Yeah, not really. There's things like the skins, obviously, and then there's texture packs, so you can change it to like high def texture, or you can change everything to like the Fallout texture pack, where everything's like Fallout or something. But
I just want the Mario one,
dude. I can't wait till that comes out.
You a Switch.
Yeah, I know. I'm still hoping that if you buy it on your Switch,
then it'll
somehow
work in the
apply
realm.
it in our realm, it'll work.
That's what I'm wondering, if the Switch... So here's the thing, though. If I have to reset the realm, because I don't know if the realm itself will update itself.
Yeah, that would suck.
Because right now, the Switch has its own thing. And so like you can't cross-play right now. But once that is able to be cross-played, that's when I'm like, okay, I think now... we could do that, but I hope we don't have to reset the realm to apply that.
Yeah, let's hope.
Now, here's my question for you guys. Since I've gotten all this stuff built up and I have inventory and in chest and stuff like that, if I were to die, and then if I go back and find my cave, will everything still be in that chest that I've collected and everything? Yeah. Okay. So just what I have in hand is not going to be there, obviously.
Just what you're going to want to do is you want to build a bed soon, because when you go to sleep in a bed, that turns into your respawn point. So like right now, you haven't slept in a bed. You'll just respawn where you first started, which was up on the hill by the horse.
Yeah, which would be awful, because then I probably wouldn't be able to find my
you wouldn't ever be able to find your stuff. So as soon as you can, build a bed, sleep in it when it turns night, and then that'll turn into your spawn point.
Good to know. Luckily, I don't do anything that's going to kill me.
And luckily, I haven't turned monsters on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I learned the hard way.
Yeah, he did.
I went into I have a survival world, and I was like, I'm going to go and see what's there. Oh. I died really quick. Yep. I was like, oh, that's a spider. Oh, that's trying to kill me. Ah! Oh, I'm dead. Dead. And then I learned to attack those things, and I got an achievement by killing a spider, or killing... Was that a zombie that attacked me?
Yeah.
Might have been. That came out of nowhere, by the way.
Yeah,
I was just...
They do that.
I don't know what I was doing, and all of a sudden I'm like, wait, what's behind me killing me?
Yeah. I'm glad you turned... Because you had the survival with monsters on for a little while on the realm. And, like, I logged in one day and, like, half the wall of my little castle was gone because, like, a creeper blew up next to it. And I'm like, oh...
Yeah, so I had... I had some other people on there, and my little nephews, and they were just messing around, and I turned it on for monsters because another person needed it because he needed a resource from a monster. I was like, okay, I'll turn it on. Well, they were on too, and apparently that spawned a billion creepers around everywhere. And creeper, you know what a creeper is, don't you?
Nope.
Basically, a creeper, when they get next to you, they blow up. It's like they have their own TNT, and they just...
That's awfully nice of them.
No, it's not. So what's funny is
giant
if you
craters in the ground.
If you ever have the chance to log in and look around in the craters, like all these different, you'll see dirt and then a big old thing of cobblestone in these patches of. That's where it blew up. Yep. Yeah, that's what happened to the fence and the thing. That's what I assumed. I was like,
I logged in and I was all like, this was a creeper. Like this was definitely a creeper.
So I turned it off, and then what's cool is Minecraft actually set up to where we can now put like a feed in Minecraft. They actually set up to where there's a message board. So right. I can actually say like, hey, I just mined a bunch of this if you need it, or hey, I'm going to turn this on so you guys can see it now.
Nice.
And then they gave us actually a club on the Xbox app as well. So anyone that's invited to the realm, when you go to the Xbox app, you will be in the Minecraft realm, calling all platforms Minecraft realm, and then it's just us in there. So you can post pictures to it, you can add stuff, so we can which is cool. But you can do it in game.
Probably download the app then, I guess.
But you can actually do it in game too.
Well, yeah, but not gonna be able to look at stuff in game. So if I was gonna actually read what everyone else was posting in there,
well, it's in game now too.
Oh, it puts it in the game too.
So you can actually you go to when you're in the game. You hit the option that brings up your settings, achievements, things. Yeah. It's actually right there. It says feed. You click on it, and it brings it up.
Okay.
So it's kind of cool. I was like, oh, that's a cool addition. They just recently did, so you can do that. So yeah, Minecraft, all these games that we're having fun. It's going to be great. So, guys, I think we're about done. I think we're just kind of rambling now.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, all right. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and everybody have a happy holiday.
Yeah, we should mention we're not going to be posting an episode on Christmas Day.
No.
Christmas Day. There will be an episode posted on New Year's Day.
New Year's, yeah. It will be our wish list review from last year, because if you should go back, and I'll post links in the show notes for when that comes out, of our wish list that we wrote up last year for what we wanted in 2017. We'll be reviewing those and also giving our wish list for what we want in 2018. And again, these are not necessarily predictions of what we think are going to happen. It's just stuff that we would like to happen. May or may not. Most likely, potentially won't, but you never know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So that'll be coming.
Well, everyone have a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, whatever you're celebrating. I don't know, but happy whatever it is.
Yes.
Yay!
So enjoy, and thanks for listening, and goodbye.
Bye.
See ya.